Hey everyone, Nate Lindquist here with the Minimalist CEO, and I'm committed to helping business owners and entrepreneurs to reduce their overhead and stress and all the overwhelm, and to start earning a living that they deserve, start earning what they're worth. And I have many clients who have been able to shift from what they earn in a year to actually earning that amount in a month. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the beginnings, the very beginnings. Like, if you want to be a business owner, how do you quit your job? How do you leave your job and go out and create a business? So it's a short video clip, but I think you're going to find this helpful. And if you're one of those people who's like, you know what, I want to quit my business and do a different business, it's great to go back to fundamentals. So what I like to share, first of all, is a story about when I was taking on contract projects, but I was working for a sign company. And I had a series of different odd jobs along the way when I was really young. And even though I started my business when I was 16, I had times where the cash flow was tight and I really wasn't earning what I was worth, so I had to find my way through it. And I took a job at a sign company, and I remember when one of the owners of the company came up to me and he said, here's all this work that I want you to do. I know that you've gotten really good at graphic design and web design, and you've done some decent marketing. We want you to start handling the marketing for our company. And but he also told me that he was going to pay me the same wage, and he wanted me to work extra hours, and there wasn't a commission structure. It didn't really feel good. It felt like I was being taken advantage of. So I made a suggestion that I'd be happy to help out with that. What I'd like to do is put the logo for my side hustle business on some of their vehicles, and also get some credits on their website for what I was doing, and perhaps have them throw me some opportunities for other clients for that marketing kind of work. And the next day I went into work, I was fired on the spot. So I'll never forget that moment. But going back to that, I remember the feeling driving home, and I was really shaky. And I remember I was in a Ford Escort ZX2. It was like this, what Ford came out with in replacement of the Probe. And it was a fun car to drive, but I was like, wow, how am I going to make my car payments? And how am I going to pay for my rent at my townhouse that I was renting? And I felt really nervous at the time, So I shifted my mindset at that point that even though I was really scared, I was going to do whatever it takes so I didn't have to go back to a boss, to a job. And at that point, really, I knew that I was taking a big risk by creating that offer and even putting it out there that I wanted more pay, and then I wanted to have a benefit of getting some marketing projects from my employer. It just wasn't well received. I knew that was going to happen. So when I got home that day, I remember taking out a series of postcards that I had created with my company logo on it. And my business at that point had become really a side hustle. It became nights and weekends, but I was running a graphic design business. And I wrote out a bunch of postcards, letters, just little letters, just handwritten notes on the back of each of the postcard to business owners who were in the marketing business or some aspect of the marketing business. And I looked at the ones who had really bad websites, or had their messaging was unclear, or where they weren't really doing a good job of connecting with, that I believed that they could have been doing to connect with the people who they wanted to do more work with. And I just wrote a little personal note like, hey, I was looking at this ad that you did, or I was looking at your website, and I just said, I had a couple ideas, and I'd love to bring you a coffee and share them with you, but just a couple things that would really help you in your business. And I shared one tidbit for each one of them that was very specific about what they were missing, what I thought could be improved. I didn't offer them services. I just said, hey, listen, I'd love to help out. I think you're missing some of these items, and you shouldn't have to miss out on these opportunities. And I got a meeting with a screen printing company. I remember, I think at that point I sent out about 15 or 20. But what I did was I called them all ahead of time and told them that I was going to be sending them these letters. And the screen printing company actually picked up the phone and took my call. And the guy's name's Craig. He's a friend of mine now. And anyways, we put an agreement together, and I sold a marketing agreement after I went down and met with him for $12,000. And this is within 24 hours after leaving my job. I remember looking at the check and going to put gas in my car, thinking, wow, I can put gas in my car. And I got this really great project. I helped him with his business. I also got to make a friend out of it. And this was, if I go all the way back, that was 2000 or 2001. So it was quite a long time ago. And I'd already had some business success, but I went back to basics. So the first thing, I guess the reason I tell you that story is the first thing you can do if you want to quit your job is decide to be really helpful. Just sit down, get in the place where you think most effectively, and decide to be really helpful. That's what I did, even though I was scared, because it's scary. It was scary to get fired. It was scary to know that I had overhead and I needed to be able to take care of my rent and my responsibilities and my car payment, and I didn't even have a job anymore. And I just decided to become helpful. And I wrote down all the ideas of how I could become helpful. And then the second thing that I did was I started noticing the feelings that I had, the freedom that I had to choose where I was going to think, how I was going to help people. And I started embracing that feeling of choosing how I wanted to show up in the world. And then the third thing that I did was I monetized it by actually going out, talking with people, and making a commitment to help, and then doing the work, working my tail off. Now, when I started in business way back when I was 16, I was doing cartooning and illustration work and caricatures, and I ended up doing stationery and portraiture. But once I finally took on that marketing work, my whole life changed forever because I really felt the freedom, to be able to make my own schedule, to be able to work. I built an office into my garage, and it's cool. I love that I can say that when I finally really broke through, it was in my garage. And I've created so many really great clients and relationships since then. But quitting my job was really about deciding that I wanted to be able to choose and putting myself in a position where I decided where I was going to go and how I wanted things to look. And my employer at the time helped me along my way. So I hope this is helpful. If you're looking to go back to basics in your business and you want to start choosing, maybe your business is really overwhelming for you and you lost touch with how to be helpful or what that help factor is, in your business, then I'd love to help you out. And you can send an email to help@theminimalistceo.com. And let's go out there. Let's get a strategy together. I'd be happy to jump on a call with you. And in a matter of a half hour or even an hour, if that's what it takes, I think you'll be amazed at the ways that you can help people that maybe you forgot how to do or maybe you've never thought about before. So again, I'm Nate Lindquist, the Minimalist CEO, and I'll be having other videos out here for you every day. Let me know how I can help you.